Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information during the draft to make your picks. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion of unused points will be lost each week. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough or a bust. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player, and you may get the next Tom Brady.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Leon Lett, where are you now? Hey, it's the coach. This is week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a rematch of one of the more memorable Thanksgiving games in NFL history, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Thankfully, no snow in the Texas forecast here on September 22nd. So let's get this out to our colleagues, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Watch twins! Watch twins! The mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive, 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So Finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a sensational punt return. 98 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Forbath to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
What we hear so often. How tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Cowboys. Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's the second touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the first quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how. But right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Ajayi. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll look to set up his blockers. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Forbath, the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. And they're able to get the connection on a long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Oh, some strong running. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He completes it to Wilson. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. This is Ajayi. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The numbers for Ajayi last week, 18 carries, 77 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game. 2
runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Mike 91. Here we go.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And this unit has been set up nicely here in this one, thanks to some great punt returns that we get a look at.
And they did kind of give us a hint about that in our pregame meeting, didn't they? They felt like they had a good scheme prepared for this game, that they could use whatever return they had on to create big yardage. And boy, have they been right about that.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now, this game certainly has some historical ties. These two teams met way back in Super Bowl VI, played at Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. Dallas getting the victory. First title for the Cowboys. They've won 4 more since, but that next season was when Miami had the perfect season, still the only undefeated campaign in league history, as they capped it with a win over Washington in Super Bowl VII in Los Angeles. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Taking it about the 16. And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Forbath to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Yard line. At their own 25-yard line. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Fitzpatrick. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the flat. And he will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the draw, Ajayi. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Completes it to Ajayi. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think that...
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Forbath, the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. 1 play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best torch, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Walford's got it. Complete.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. And there he goes again. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
It's easy to see why many think the punt return is the single most exciting play in football. Fearless return guy, takes it, makes a couple of moves, picks up some blocks, and when he takes it the distance, everyone's on their feet cheering.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run with Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping him.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick, throw left side, complete. It's Grant. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
It's taken to the 26. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Bandit. Bandit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And this is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their mobile, agile quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Forbath to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
DezMAKCJA's works his way back onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking, able to establish themselves, control the game by running it. Have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Ajayi. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tough to bring Bryant down. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
choose the mic. Watch Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking, and this is caught inside the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Check. Ready? Mike 91. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the delay, here's Ajayi. Ajayi's not going to get there, I don't believe. Indeed, they stop him short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot, slow. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Forbath to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Able to locate Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field. The Super Bowl 52 champs hosting a team that's never won a Super Bowl, the Detroit Lions. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Alshon Jeffrey, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number. Three. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on first down, Fitzpatrick. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Fitzpatrick in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. That's taken it around the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He returns the punt 60 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the punt return for the touchdown. It's always such an electric play. It energizes everybody, even us here in the booth.
It really does, and just think about the great punt returners that we've seen in our lifetime. The Deion Sanders of the world, who can change a game so quickly with one return, but who could ever forget my man, Dante Hall, the human joystick.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here, because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do, and the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Check. Right, 80! It's the Mike. Mike 91. Did you get this boy?
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 80! Mike 54.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down past the 30. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, A lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. How about that? Their quarterback, 27 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Forbath, the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't he?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just making other guys miss you. It's setting up guys to block those guys downfield with the moves you make, and Jay Ajayi does that very well.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. With you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because The way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got you.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Check 37. Check 37. X3.
And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. 22 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's complete to Walford. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Fitzpatrick on target to Wilson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He'll return it from the 6. Powers through. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense They're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
52. Blue there, blue there. Any weapon. Hey, watch this, watch this. Bravo. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback. We're
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Forbath, the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. This is taken around the 12.
We got this.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, What's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on there.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Check. 180! 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick, and that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And a cut to the right and some open field here. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. They'll drop to throw, and that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
Ojai hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and rush coming, and he's taken down.
Got him. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He finds his target. It's Schultz. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This to Jarwin. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Let's go.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took you.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking, this is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 30 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. But defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're...
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Fitzpatrick completes it to Ajayi. And he's into the clear. 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Fitzpatrick, they set up the screen to Ajayi. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone first.
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Green brings it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes, right side. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys,
How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touch.